The media release from our next guest says the past year for Ash. He moved out of his mum's house. He paid his younger brother back with real money. And he's even answering private phone numbers again. He's on the line right now. Comedian, presenter, actor and model. Ash Williams, welcome in.
Leigh, what a pleasure. How are you?
I'm well, pal. You're a busy man though, aren't you? Whenever I turn the TV on, there you are.
Yeah, mate, I've got to, prove to my mum that I'm not homeless.
You can afford to be out by yourself.
Exactly. You know, my younger brother is an illustrious medical doctor. And
is he?
Always,
Yeah.
I'm the older brother, and Mum's always like, let me know if you need $20. I'm like, Mum, it's all right. It's all good. So I've just got to keep up with the Joneses within my family.
I see. I thought you might have moved in with Ita Buttrose.
Mate, I'm glad you asked me that, Leigh, because, look, things between Ida and I, it's been getting colourful for a while, and it's kind of getting to that point where, I don't know, I think we're an item. I'm not sure, but I thought she was just being convivial, but I think there might be something more.
Oh, the chemistry between you two on TV, mate, it's very, very good. And the other day I was watching you again, it was a Wednesday, and there is something there.
I hope so.
And if she doesn't know it, she's going to know it now.
Well, I know where she lives. So, there's only one way to find out.
Well, if you've been kicked out of the house, you've paid your brother back, you're now financially secure, you're right, you go around and see her.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, I'm back, mate. I mean, and that's the title of my
It is indeed.
So,
back in business. Yeah. Listen, what comes first for you? I mean, so you're a model, you're an actor, a comedian, you've done that, and a radio presenter, you've done the whole gamut. What do you prefer?
Well, I think it all comes back to stand-up. So that's where I can basically just say and do whatever I want. I tell true stories, and then everything kind of spans off from that. So with the radio and the TV, it's all obviously just a machination of the stand-up in a way, because I'm just being myself. And the acting is I love doing acting, but that was something I really jumped into over in Los Angeles when I lived there for 3 years. And that's good fun, but it's a lot of work, Leigh.
Yeah,
the acting is, you've got to, I tell you.
How do you go with the lines?
Yeah, good. Well, I've got a good memory. That's something
good.
I do have. So, I mean, I used to memorise the lines and not worry about the acting, and it kind of worked. But, I mean, I did anger management with Martin Sheen and Charlie Sheen and another couple of sitcoms over there in the States, but it just doesn't pay as much as you think it would.
Really?
So, you get, you're on a big network sitcom over there. You might be there for the week. You might get between 1,500 and 3.5 Gs for the week.
You're kidding me.
Which is all right, but you're not pulling that in regularly.
I thought it would have been a lot higher than that.
If you're a regular, I was just a guest star, but if you're a regular, that's when you make the big bucks.
Got any aspirations to be a regular?
Well, I'd love to have my own regular, Tonight Show one day or something. But the acting, it doesn't play to my forehand. It's something I really enjoy, but I enjoy being myself. So it's something I will do, but it's certainly not the number one passion of mine, so to speak.
Ash, on this program, I interview lots of celebrities every week. We do this, and over the last couple of years, often will come up, just what you have said to me now, a variety show. We're missing variety shows here in Australia. We just don't have them. I mean, so all these reality shows we've got, but when Studio 10 came up, I thought, boy, what an avenue this could be for a nighttime show. I messaged Joe at one stage, Joe Hildebrand, and I think he'd make a great compere, as you would too. We've got some great talent here in Australia, and you're one of those, and why don't you approach a network and say, here I am?
Well, if only it was that easy, Leigh. I mean,
I know.
I would love to. I mean, I think you've just got to time it, don't you? I mean, you want to time it when not only the entertainment climate is right, but also you know what you want to do. At the moment, I'm just kind of I've got a rough outline, but it's very foggy. So I wouldn't have a swing until I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and that would be too once I'm a little bit more, I'm known pretty well in Melbourne, but known a little bit more ubiquitous, I suppose, within Australia.
In nationals, yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
But you're right, mate. There were some murmurs that Rove might be coming back and doing a show, but I think in the next several years there'll be something. I look forward to it. And that's where, like, you look at social media too. I mean, I had a little fun show about a year ago on Instagram called Ash Williams Live, which is basically like a parody of a Tonight Show on Instagram, with the premise being that about a year ago, Instagram videos were only 15 seconds long. So we were always teasing our guests, and the joke being that we could never actually get to anything, juicy, because we were always teasing and introing.
Yes.
But and continuing on from that, you could do a Tonight Show online if you wanted, because then you haven't got to go to the network, so to speak. And
you can stream it onto your TV, can't you?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep,
yeah.
you could. But yeah, it's certainly an untapped market at the moment, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is. And the way Studio 10 took off 3 years ago, unknown, started up there, and it's just succeeded left, right and centre. And I think it shows we are hungry for entertainment.
Oh, for sure. And I think Studio 10 too, it's an easygoing format, not only to be a part of, but to watch too.
Yes, it is, yes.
It's they're a lot of the time you do those shows, as I'm sure you do, Leigh, and people go, what do they like? What's it like to actually work on it? Mate, they're proper, very, very hospitable and just humble, good fun people. So.
Yeah, it comes across very, very clearly like that. Let's get back to business, and that's what you're doing for us down here at the Comedy Festival, which is you're on stage from the 11th of April to the 22nd at Fort Delta. Tell me what the show's going to be about.
Well, it's a continuation of my past show. So last year I had a show called I've Done Some Bad Things, which was me coming back to Australia and getting my finances back in order and my life back in order.
Yep.
So this is the last 12 months being back in business. What I've all of the deals I've had. So I talk a lot about deals, Leigh. And I talk about tax. I talk about tax returns. I just lodged my tax return for the first time in 5 years.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
So
well, I'm glad you're earning money now.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's good.
It's good. It's really good. It's, it's amazing. And what else do I talk about? There's still some LA stories that I will throw in there, because I've got so many that I haven't done on stage, and I feel like I've got to have that, because it would be a waste not to tell them. So I've got a story about how I got approached to be a male sex worker in Los Angeles.
Really? Yeah.
Yep.
And you knocked it down, did you? You knocked it back?
Well, look, I took it all the way without going all the way, if you know what I mean. And it's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful story, and because it's actually I think that industry is actually illegal in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
So I went and met the guy.
Yeah.
And he said, "Look, I'm going to pay you $1,000 for the night to spend the evening with this lovely lady." And then I said, "Just to get things clear, do I need to, partake in and make love and so to speak?" And he said, "No, you don't." And he kept winking at me. And I was like, "Hang on, this is quite confusing." And later on, I said, "Why were you winking at me?" And he thought I was wearing a wire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's illegal. And he's actually the producer and EP of a show called Gigolos,
okay,
which is a Las Vegas colourful kind of romp in that industry. But yeah, there's lots of stories. I told a story where I played Paulie Shaw's best friend in his a documentary on his life. Some G-string modelling that I did for some businessmen.
Yes.
In Los Angeles. But it's all, and then I bring it back to the deals and how I'm living in Australia. And I play some piano too, Leigh.
Oh, you play piano? I play piano too. Oh, that's good.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Well, what do you do? What sort of songs are you going to play for us?
Well, it's funny. You just played La La Land.
Yeah.
On the radio there, and I thought, because last year I parodied That song, I don't know if you remember it. You know, once I was 7 years old, Mama told me. You know, it's on commercial radio, but I parodied that and then, told my story. I'm looking for a song to parody at the moment.
Oh, so you do La La Land.
City of La La Land.
Yeah, my word.
Yeah. So yeah, mate, it's going to be a fun. It's always a fun show. I'm doing 11 nights in Melbourne. Free massages too, Leigh.
Oh, free mass. I'll tell my wife. Good. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Well, she'll be lining up for that 1 Ash, and that's all part of your 1 hour, is it?
All part of the 1 hour.
Good God, how do you do a free massage for all the audience in 1 hour?
I haven't figured that out, Leigh.
Okay, all right. Well, if you want a hand, let me know.
Well, I actually will. A hand would be very handy.
Yes, it would be indeed.
But, I feel like I need to give back to the audience, so there will, definitely be a back rub.
There will be a back rub. Good on you, mate. Yeah, well, I'll come along and I'll watch what you're doing there, and, perhaps I'll get a few notes from you.
Fantastic. You've got a beautiful voice, Leigh.
Thank you, Ash. Thank you.
Right.
I've been around for a while. 1966 I started in radio.
Really?
When you see Denise Drysdale next time, say hello for me, because she lived up in Warrigal Way, down at Nearham, and I was in Warrigal Radio for many, many years too, and she knows me, so just say hi from Leigh, if you will.
Hi from Leigh to the Ding Dong.
The Ding Dong, yes.
You know, last time I was on Studio 10 a few months ago, Ding Dong and I did, we did it was, what was it? It was like a reenactment of, old Mills and Boone covers.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
Well, I did it well. About a few months earlier, I did it famously with Ida Buttrose. And then we thought we'd go again. And we had no rehearsals. And Ding Dong said, I think she said it's the second worst thing she's ever done on TV. So,
and the first one was singing with Ernie Sigley.
Exactly.
Listen, mate, it's nice to catch up with you. I'll be there one of the nights to have a look at your show, and I do wish you well from April 11th to the 22nd of April. Ash Williams, you're a valuable talent and a very, very busy one at that too. Thank you for your time today.
Thanks, Leigh. A pleasure.
Catch you, mate. Okay, bye-bye to you.